Hey guys, it's episode 2 of the run review. The last review we did the Verbier Pro. Today we're doing the 2024 Georgia Pro. So this is my first ever Freeride World Tour win. Pretty exciting one. Pretty excited to share this. And yeah, I'm going to take you through all the emotions I felt throughout the day, how I picked my line, if I had any hiccups, which there was, and yeah, just take you guys through this crazy experience. So let's do it. All right, guys. So yeah, we're here. We're in Georgia Pro. This was our venue. We had been here for about a week. A couple storms have hit, a couple good days of skiing and just exploring the resort, which there's like two chairlifts, and we're like right at the top of the mountain. So yeah, we got to shred, got to see this venue, and the vibes were high, honestly. This was going to be the best conditions we've ever had on the Freeride World Tour, or the best conditions that I've ever competed on, and best conditions for a lot of people in a while, so everyone was pumped. It kind of had a soft base with about 20 centimeters of fresh on top, so super ideal for competing. You're not too worried about punching down too deep, and you know that you're going to be able to stop and have some support underneath you. So that's pretty much the perfect competition conditions right there. Yeah, so we had a couple days to kind of explore all the line options. Kind of venue went boundaried here, and kind of another boundary over here. Yeah, so we had, it was a huge venue, honestly. We had lots of features to play with, lots of terrain to play with. Pretty sharky in this zone, honestly. I did really want to go into here, do something free ride, but I didn't know if it was worth the risk, so I kind of just stuck to the line that really popped out to me right from the get-go. I knew a lot of people were going to hit this line, but this is going to be the freestyle line, and I kind of felt like doing some tricks here, so I'll kind of take you through from feature to feature. So I'm just going to draw the line out, the whole line out first, and kind of give you an idea of the bigger picture. So we're going to hit this first air, boom, boom, 2 big turns, and there's kind of a windlet behind that rock there. And from there, we're going to cross chord it down to this bottom of this rock here, and off of this shark fin thing here, a little windlet cliff thing. And then the original plan was to land here, traverse over, and come off this little donger at the end, just a little bonus feature. But in the original run, if you've already seen it before, you'll know that that was actually not the case. And I went down here, just did a little pop off that, off of here, and sorry, computer's just lagging. But yeah, so the original plan was to go off there, and then I ended up just flying off this and then boosting off this guy blind. I actually did not have that planned. I knew that it was safe on the backside here, so I luckily managed to make it down. But yeah, let's go through my kind of thought process for each feature here. So for this feature, bigger is better. So I wanted to pre-hop here from before. You could kind of like roll down and air off it, but I want to pre-hop, and obviously you got to start with bang. So I tossed a 3 in, and yeah, pretty straightforward, big downhill turns. And then this one, I wanted to do a kind of whack flip. I've been loving the whack flips that year, so I wanted to do a whack flip off this wind lip here. And yeah, I knew that I couldn't just go full Lincoln loop, or else I would fly out onto my side and just land sideways. So I had to kind of set it more back flip with a bit of a whack twist to it. So I managed to do that, and yeah, and then from there, we kind of make it into this shark fin feature. I was pretty worried for this. I'd been wanting to do like a big mountain cork 7 for a while, or I had done one in the previous year, but I want to link it all together with like a proper freestyle free ride run. So I thought this was the feature that spoke to me. So yeah, it was honestly pretty nerve-wracking, and the kind of process to think through that one was just I needed to pre-hop. There's kind of a pre-lip before. You could a lip up and then it flattened out. So I knew I had to take the first lip so that I didn't get caught off guard for my pop off the second lip. So I just popped off the first lip, and yeah, I knew I had to do that for the run. So yeah, that's kind of the mindset of the run there, and I guess we can get straight into the run review. So yeah, take a quick look. That's the run. The original planned run was this looker's left line, and then once you see in the actual run view, you'll notice that I took this looker's right line here. So yeah, I'll take you guys through it here. All right, so this is the run. This was the view. We're at the top here. Pretty insane view. Every one of these Free Ride World Tour stops has the craziest views, and I never take that for granted. Every time I'm at the top of the start gate, I try to kind of take everything in and put a smile on my face and really just be grateful for where I'm at, because that kind of settles the nerves, allows me to get in that flow state and just be like, just another day of skiing with the boys, you know, and let's have some fun and try to push the sport. So I never try to put too much pressure on myself, and I just say, hey, look where we're at. This is gonna be a sick time, and then whatever happens, you know, that's that. And usually it works out for me pretty well, and I just have a great time. Even if I was just solo shredding most of these lines, I'd want to do anyway. So for me, it's always just about having fun and making sure I'm skiing what I want to ski. So yeah. So to get to the start gate, we took those 2 chairlifts up, and then we had a big cat. So we had like 20 of all the athletes on the cat, just slowly cruising up, enjoying all the scenery. And then yeah, we were at the top. We had about a 5-minute hike from there to here, and so it was honestly like one of the mellower venues to get to, and considering this terrain, that's pretty spectacular. So yeah, I'm in the venue. I had watched like a whole bunch of people, not a whole bunch of people. I was actually, I think, around 5th or 6th person to drop, but I saw all the previous categories going, and I knew the conditions were on. I knew it was ready to go, and I was kind of just in that flow state in the start gate. I was like, this is going to be sick. I was just thinking about my line, did a couple visualizations before, and yeah, I just made it happen. So let's move into it here. So we're starting, we're in the start gate here, and boom, that's the first 3. Straight into it. I was pretty nervous to not land that, and yeah, but we made it. A couple massive turns, which was so fun, and then flying over that was the craziest feeling ever. And yeah, when I was flying over that, I wasn't sure if I was gonna get close to the rocks or not. Honestly, in the air, I had no idea. I couldn't really tell, but luckily I managed to land a bit farther away from those rocks, and I put it to my feet, and then boom, boom, straight into this next thing. That was like some super quick turns, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to make it, but here we go. I pop off the pre-hop like I was talking about, and yeah, that was that was not the kind of rotation I was hoping for. I'll show you another angle after this, but I kind of did a full D-spin. I was hoping to go cork 7 blunt, obviously. I've never managed to grab that blunt in these things, but yeah, I was honestly extremely surprised when I landed that off on my feet. When I took off, I was like, yep, this is it. I kind of had a cork 5 rotation set, and somehow I just did like a little worm turn in the air and just made it to my feet. So Yeah, yeah, that was crazy. So let's continue on and show you how crazy it keeps getting. Yeah, I was just full hauling, kind of flew off this blind honestly, and I was like, yep, okay, don't crash, and I did it. I was extremely stoked. I think this is probably the most happy I've ever been after a competition run ever, and this is the run I was dreaming of doing for such a long time.
Oh my God!
And to put it down to my feet meant so much to me, and yeah, I was blown away. As you can hear, I'm screaming and shouting, and there's kind of like a viral video that came out of it of me being like, "Oh my God, how did I do that?" You know, and yeah, I was honestly in disbelief at the bottom of this run, unsure how I pieced everything together, and yeah, it was just sitting in the hot seat, hanging out for the rest of the day, and yeah, it was a pretty surreal feeling, and yeah, I'll just kind of, yeah, I'll show you guys this other, where is that thing? I'll show you guys this other angle here. So, I'll let you guys watch through this, and here we go, me in my flow state up top, with my cringe ass photo on the side there, and yeah, we go straight into it. Big three. Commentators were pumped up.
To start this runoff for Marcus Goguen, as he is now pinned,
and
going cross court with a huge backflip into the gully.
So here's the rotation. Let's go through this frame by frame. So this is where I was like, okay, time to set, pop. And right at about this moment, that's where I set it for almost like an underflip 5 instead of a cork 7. And you can see my body is rotating to the side instead of up and around. So that's where I messed up. And at this point, I was just kind of holding on for dear life. And then right there, I realized, okay, am I going to land switch or am I going to try to bring this around? So I knew I had to add an extra spin because my rotation was just for the 5. And right there, I twist in, twist out, almost like an aerial move, and was really using my arms to make that rotation come around. And somehow it just popped straight perfect to my feet. I was in disbelief when I landed that and skied out of this. So yeah, let's watch this at full speed here.
Getting control and keeping things
going.
There's
that twist move. But we did it, landed, and just no time to think about the rest of my run, and I kind of just went straight down, hopping in excitement, and almost actually blew it there. And then that's where that was probably the sickest feelings ever, just flying off that last thing. And right here, a little pop of excitement, and we did it, you know, first win ever. I kind of had the feeling that that's probably going to be a winning run for the day, so I was not necessarily happy on that, but I was happy to, yeah, just make my dream run come to life. So that's episode 2 of the new run review series that I'm starting, Georgia Pro. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want me to review next. I'll try to keep getting better and better. I know this series is a work in progress, but thanks for tagging along and bearing with me here. All right, peace.
Straight back into the fall line,
getting the
holding
control
on, and then this cork 7 taking off early, having to really, like, I mean, he looked like a cat just